This is Jim Smith. Today I'm showing you a really remarkable home. You'll learn a lot about sustainability from this home, which is not net zero energy, but darn close, and I love it, and I think you will too. This is Ron. He's the homeowner standing next to his 2013 Tesla P85 that he bought in 2014.
Hello,
And Ron, introduce yourself.
my name is Ron Sultineanu, and I built this house over 2019 and 2020 and moved in June of 2020. So I've been there a little more than a year.
Okay. And what would you say are the dominant features of this home?
Well, it's all electric. There's a 10 kilowatt array that powers everything. We're in the process of installing a set of batteries to allow us to run during power outages or potentially off-grid if necessary.
Ground source heat pump.
Yep, it's got ground source heat pump that runs radiant floor heat. You'll see all that inside.
Yep, and the CERV. Let's before we go inside though, I want to point out that you have this growing dome over here. You generate all your vegetables as well as most of your electricity.
Well, it's supplemental vegetables. So I'm a first-time gardener. We built the greenhouse. I've always wanted a greenhouse, and we found a company called Growing Spaces in Colorado that builds these geodesic dome greenhouses. It came as a kit, and we built it, my daughter and I. And now you can take a quick look inside if you want.
Yeah, let's go over and look inside before we go inside. And I like your wind catcher here.
Thank you. That is brand new. I got that from a gallery in Santa Fe. Very pleased with it. So we're growing tomatoes, cucumbers, bell peppers, basil, some herbs.
And I had one of the tomatoes earlier, and there's nothing like a fresh tomato, organically grown. And what's happening over here?
So the purpose of the tank is to actually act as a thermal buffer. So there's 600 gallons in here. During the day when it's hot, the water heats up, and then it'll radiate that heat back into the greenhouse during the night. So it just keeps the temperatures a lot more stable and warmer. We've got 3 little goldfish in here somewhere.
Yeah. Does that mean that that this is above freezing all winter and you can grow all winter?
Last winter we did not get lower than 40 degrees.
Oh, so that's the case then.
Yeah.
So you grow.
Soil from freezing.
So you grow all year round.
Yeah, we're doing a full winter crop this year: carrots and squash and onions and all kinds of things. That is a bell pepper.
That's a bell pepper. Yeah. I was just about to pick it because I wanted to eat another tomato.
Yeah, there's a beauty wick up here.
Okay. Okay,
It
great.
just popped right off.
Yeah. Okay, great. That's a good sign. Yeah, no chemicals on this, I bet.
Nope.
Coming out of the house, this is the south. Is this due south?
Southeast.
Southeast. And what's the material primarily on the side?
This is fiber cement siding.
Right. That's Hardy Board is the brand name, right?
Yeah, and then this is also fiber cement.
Oh,
in panels.
I haven't seen that.
It's this cool system that allows you to create these grids.
Yeah, and these are all Alpine windows throughout.
Yep.
And that second dish up there, the higher dish, is for his internet. And he is on well and septic, so you see some septic pipes here. Okay, let's go inside now and check out the interior. Starting on the ground. Your main floor is one flight up. We're going to start on the garage level and look at the mechanical room. So
That's that.
let's look at the garage first.
Okay.
Since it's right here, why not? It's well insulated, and you actually installed, but you regret it, I hear, these two, but they're very interesting technologically. Those are heat panels, and are they wired electrically? Is that what they are?
Yes, they're electrical. They're not resistive, so they don't get hot. They're actually radiant.
Radiant.
So you flip them on and you stand beneath them and you can feel the heat coming down just like you would from the sun.
Yeah.
And they're that thin that
Yeah, it looks like a half inch maybe.
Surface mount to the ceiling.
Yeah.
They're pretty efficient. The thing is, the garage is so well insulated that all last winter I didn't have to turn them on.
Yeah.
It never got colder than 65 in this room.
And you have no supplemental heating besides those panels.
That's it. But I mean, if it
You don't
were
need
cold in here, I could use those and it would be great.
Right. This is your shop. And here's the new one of the new batteries you're installing with Buglet, and made by Iron Edison. And I guess you're going to have 2 more stacked on top of it.
Correct.
Right. Okay, well let's go look at the mechanical room. Come in here. And in passing, I just want to point out what you told me, that this is actually, although it looks like a lot like a 4-foot square closet, it's actually an elevator shaft. And that, removing those that flooring up there, there's the same size closet right above it, and that's going to be an elevator when you are older than you are now.
Can't make it up the steps anymore.
Yeah, right. Okay. So this slab, what we were walking on, that's concrete. That's painted concrete there, or is that tile?
Oh, that's tile.
Tile on concrete, and this is carpeting, and there in the mechanical room is the raw concrete. All this surface is radiant floor heating, right?
That's correct.
Okay, let's go see how that heat is generated.
Yeah.
Okay, take us into your mechanical room.
So the biggest part of it is this unit here, which is the geothermal heat pump.
Right.
And that has some pipes that go outside down to where my driveway is, where there's two 300-foot wells. Mm-hmm. And the water in the system runs down through those wells. When it comes back up, it's earth temperature, which is in the 50s, low 50s. Then the heat pump works just like a refrigerator. It generates hot and cold. So during the winter, that hot water that the heat pump creates gets stored into this tank here.
Okay.
And then the hot water from here gets pumped through these circuits, mm-hmm. which are embedded in the floors, both down here as well as upstairs.
So you have 6 zones of radiant floor heating.
Right, upstairs and downstairs.
And see these pipes going down into this concrete slab. So that those are the 3 zones that are heating the slab, 2 zones that are heating the slab on this floor, and then the other 4 zones are heating the floor upstairs, and you'll tell us how that floor is composed. And then over here, these 4 zones go to what? 4 air handlers that are in the rooms upstairs?
Right, so the geothermal water to air exchangers that essentially act as air conditioning in the summer and supplemental heat during the winter if you need it, which you generally don't.
Okay, and this big unit over here is what?
These are the lungs of the house. So this is a CERV 2, and it basically...
Made by whom? Do you know?
Oh, that's a good question. Equinox.
Equinox, okay.
Right. So fresh air comes in from the outside.
Yep.
It goes through this unit here, where it gets filtered, first filter, and that is actually its own geothermal heat pump that's got coils out under the ground, and that pre-warms or pre-cools the air. So that, let's say during the winter you have a house that's 70 degrees and it's 20 degrees outside, you don't want to blow 20-degree air into your house,
right?
Because then your heating system has to compensate.
Yeah.
So that pre-warms the air.
Right, and you need this because the house is so airtight, which makes it so efficient.
Yes.
You still have to bring in fresh air, but if it's cold outside, this preheats the air that it's bringing in.
That's right. So
and also recirculates the air in the house.
Yes. And then there's more filters in here. These are MERV 13 filters, so they're very high efficiency. They remove just about everything from the air. So you're getting clean, preconditioned, cooled and warmed air throughout the house, pumped in all the time.
Is it sensing things like carbon dioxide level and stuff?
Does.
Yeah, and then so
that's right.
It'll boost the filtration if your interior CO2 level is high.
Right.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah. So anyway.
So another thing is, so the reason you need this particularly is you mentioned the house is so airtight. We had it treated by aero barrier.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with.
Right.
So that basically is a system where it seals up all the small little holes in the house through this process.
Yeah.
And we actually achieved a 0.6 ACH 50. Yeah. That's extremely good.
That is.
It's the equivalent of having a hole in your wall that big.
Yeah.
So that's almost nothing when you consider this whole house.
Right.
So that's why you need this. You need fresh air.
Yeah.
And then over here, there's a well tank there that brings in the well water, and it's filtered. We'll come back to that. And then this is the domestic hot water.
80-gallon heat pump water heater.
That's right.
So no,
highly
efficient.
efficient.
No fossil fuels burned in this house. Yeah. This is all electric. Mm-hmm.
All right. And then we have more water treatments over here. We have a water softener, a filter, and a pH neutralizer stabilizer.
Okay. Okay, so now with that understanding, we can look at the rest of the house and see how those things express themselves. So this is sort of a common area for the main floor, and you have 2 guest bedrooms and a guest bathroom there, but nothing notable about those. It's just that they have the radiant floor heating.
One thing to note is similar to the garage. Winter, summer, doesn't really matter what's going on outside. This room stays around 70 degrees.
Yeah.
Give or take a couple degrees with no heating or cooling.
Wow.
A lot of it because we're buried into the hillside.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And it's incredibly well insulated, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to go upstairs. So we're upstairs now, and this is above that closet I showed you downstairs, which is a future elevator shaft, and it's another 4x4 foot closet, and a future elevator when you're, say, 30 years older.
Sure.
Okay, this is your home theater. It's not really a sustainable thing, but it's so magnificent. I want to tell people about it. It's a huge room. What is it, 20 by 20?
Somewhere in that range. It's more like 19 by 22.
Yeah, with a projector behind me and that huge screen there. And what are these big boxes all around here? They're not speakers.
They are not. These are sound-absorbing cabinets. So the design is such that there's a lot of speakers in this room, and with all those echoes, it would just be a complete mess.
Yeah.
So these cabinets actually absorb the sound, so you get no echoes. I'll demonstrate.
Yeah. That's pretty dead. Yeah. Yeah, you had to close the door, though, too, because just having the door open.
That's right, you get reverb from that.
Right.
So you've got 4 speakers in the ceiling, and it's a Dolby Atmos system. So all those 11 speakers hit your ear directly without any of the echoes going on. It makes it an incredible movie experience.
And there is one sustainable feature here. This is one of the 4 units in the house that feed off the heat pump, the ground source heat pump. Remember, there were 4 valves that came up to these units. Now, you might think, oh, this is a mini split, but no, it's just an air handler that is heated and cooled with water from the same geothermal that's going through the floors. So first time I'd seen something like this, but that's it. So we'll see those in the other rooms. Let's continue our tour now through the rest of the house. Okay, again, here we have tile that's on top of a floor, and the floor is radiant floor heating. And explain how that is manufactured or built.
Sure. So it's a product called Warm Board, and it's basically just an OSB, and it's got an aluminum layer on top for heat transmissivity. And then there are channels in the Warm Board, 12-inch on center pattern that goes through the whole floor. The plumbers come in and they lay their PEX lines in those grooves, and that becomes a radiant floor, literally.
Yeah.
And then the tile goes right on top of that.
I'm curious that PEX is used since you want to be able to generate heat, and it's plastic and it's an insulator.
Well, it's special PEX, so it's designed specifically for that purpose.
Oh, so
it's designed to transmit heat.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. I'm glad I asked. Okay, and there's another one of those ground source heat pump air handlers that we saw in the home theater, and this is your induction stove. I suppose it's regular resistance for the oven, though.
That's
of course.
Correct.
Yeah, because induction is a surface thing, and he showed me how in 20 seconds this pint of water in this pan was boiling. So nice exhaust fan here, by the way. This is slab granite, which is not the most sustainable surface. It is beautiful, however, and it's hard to resist. And this is black leather surface granite that I have in my own kitchen. So nice kitchen. Love the vaulted ceiling, and of course that air handler up there. Now this is also a source for passive heating, isn't it? Because this set of windows faces southeast, right? Explain how that works.
Right. So we get a sunrise over the hill up there, and the sun just stays right on this window all the way into the afternoon, just generating lots and lots of light and heat in this room, which during the winter is a lovely thing. During the summer, not so much, which is why we installed an exterior motorized blind, which operates on a schedule, so it automatically comes down in the morning around dawn, and then closes in the or raises in the afternoon.
Summertime.
Yep.
Now, in the winter, this floor is nice and dark and becomes a thermal mass to absorb the sun, which is much lower in the sky and is flooding this floor with sunlight.
Okay.
So that's a nice passive solar feature. Okay, so I see you have a Roomba.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That cleans the whole floor.
Here's your master bedroom. Tell us about it. It, of course, has another one of the 4 air handlers from the geothermal heat
Yes, I
pump.
like to sleep in the cool room, so that one gets a fair amount of use.
I love this mural here.
Thank you.
What company makes it? Because you said that you created the artwork. Well, this was a
Well,
picture you
I
took in Japan.
I took the photo for this part here,
And
and then the mural company merged it with their wall.
Oh, their wall, their artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's on a something that was then applied to this wall. So it looks like a mural, but it's actually applied to the wall.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's like speaking.
And this surprised me. You told me this is a TV.
Yeah, that is the Frame TV by Samsung, and its claim to fame is when you're not watching television on it, you can put up artwork.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that a lot. I every day I pick a new piece of art, put it up there. It's got a sensor, so it's off. If you're not in the room, when you walk in the room, it just comes right on, and you get to see your artwork for the day. That's really fun.
Okay. And show us your master bathroom. That same tile floor.
Right, same tile floor.
Radiant floor heating, and I like your three-headed shower here.
Yeah, big shower.
Yeah.
I don't have a bathtub because I have a hot tub.
Yeah.
So come in here to get clean. If you want to soak, you go to the hot tub.
So I see these 3 little stools at different heights. That's
Yeah.
for shaving your legs, or what?
Yeah, basically. That's for putting your legs up anyway.
Okay. And this is a. You told me that's a Kohler toilet. But
Yeah.
They learned a lot from Toto, I'm sure. And you're a Japan aficionado, I know. But that's quite something. Look at this thing. Oh my! He just raised the seat too, and it's a bidet. And when we leave the room, it'll all go close, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we don't have to tell it to close.
It even flushes for you. I didn't have to do that.
And you don't need an exhaust fan because it's got an internal fan which filters the air. So let's leave the room. I want to see it close.
Oh, it might take a little while.
Oh, okay.
I can push a button.
Okay, of course you can.
But it waits to make sure you're out of the room.
Yes, right. Good idea. Okay, so that's the master bath. Nothing spectacular about the master closet except that it's beautiful. I like the fact that you've got a door to the deck here. Now this is a Trex deck.
Or something similar.
Or comparable.
Come on in, buddy.
Competing brand. Oh yeah, I love this. This is the first time I'd seen an infrared grill, and this would be something that you buy instead of a Weber grill, right?
Sure.
And it uses propane.
It's the only propane in my house.
Only propane in his house.
And
yeah.
that tank has lasted a couple years, and there's plenty more in it.
Yeah, and I won't go into explaining it, but what's the brand name of this?
Tech.
TEC. Oh yeah, right there it is, right there on the cover. Yeah, look it up. And infrared grill. I think I'm going to get one. I love it.
It's lovely.
Yeah. And another wind catcher over there. I like that. Yeah. And there's your 10 kilowatts of solar panels for the house.
That's where they are.
Yeah. Ground mounted.
Yep. Easy to get to.
Oh, and let's go in this door. Can I open it?
Yeah.
Yep.
All the way up.
Oops, I told it. Okay, here, you should show us. Oh, you just push on it. This is an Alpen sliding glass door. And talk about airtight home. Look at close.
Yeah.
Close. Show them how it closes.
So a normal sliding door, it just kind of slides into a groove, and there's rails up and back. You see inside them, buddy. So the door slides. When it gets to the end, it actually presses in, and then you clamp it down, and it's completely airtight.
Yeah. And then you can tilt it if you want
If you want.
to. As with some of your other windows, you can tilt it so that you get fresh air coming in.
Right.
That's
All the windows in the house have this feature where they either open all the way or tilt.
oh yeah. Okay, good. So you don't have any double hung type windows in the house.
No.
Okay. Here's your laundry room. High efficiency machines, of course. Nothing particular in this room though, other than the high efficiency
It
thing.
shows them the window.
Show them the windows. Oh yeah, we'll just show you how the Alpen windows open or tilt.
You can open it all the way.
Yeah,
Opens the end. There's a screen.
yeah,
Or if you don't want the burglars to invade you while you're sleeping, you can vent it like that.
yeah,
It's also rain-proof in this configuration, so the rain won't come in the room.
yeah. Cool. Really nice. Now, want to point out these things here. There's three or four of these, or one in each room. You said.
Yeah, every room has one.
Yeah, and this is the CERV. This is bringing fresh air into the room. And in addition to sucking air in from outside, fresh air, it also recirculates air from the kitchen and all bathrooms. And here's the input, one of the inputs. This is the kitchen input for that CERV. So I think we've covered about everything, haven't
Yeah, we sure have.
we? Boy.
Unless you want to show them the pantry.
Oh, the pantry. Yeah, the pantry. It's a smart home. Lights turn on in every room when you walk into it or open the door. Nice pantry. You could definitely be a Costco member
Oh, I am.
and a survivalist.
Yeah, which I'm not.
So thank you so much,
Yeah,
Ron,
it's my pleasure.
for
Thank you for
showing us your
coming to
home.
my home.
Yeah, it's great. I wish I had some of these features, and I think I might get at least one of them, namely that grill, that
Good.
infrared grill.
Well, I'm a very lucky man, and I know it. So
Yeah.
So thank you.
Well, thanks. We're lucky to have seen your home today. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for letting us in.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.